What's up, everybody? This is Zach with the Nerd Cave Network, and today I am bringing you Captain America Civil War trailer number 2. This came out earlier today, and I wanted to do a reaction video. Derek and Robbie won't be joining me, unfortunately, but we're going to jump on into it. If you have not seen this reaction or this trailer, then you definitely need to check it out. So we're going to go on in and start watching.
This job. Try to save as many people as we can.
Now, I wonder where this is. I've seen the trailer before, but Bucky looks like he's strapped down to stuff. He's like in some kind of confinement. But he's saying he's not going to give up on his friends. It doesn't matter what, he's not going to give up on his friends. Clearly that's from Avengers 1, Captain America 2,
Sokovia.
and then Avengers 2.
Okay, that's enough.
Captain, people are afraid.
Well, they should be. There's
That's
evil
why
people
I'm
out there.
We need to be put in check.
Okay, so you're seeing that dynamic right there. That Tony, he wants to put things right,
If I see a situation
but
pointed south, I can't ignore it.
Cap doesn't want to take that
Sometimes I wish I
step.
could. Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth. I know
Oh,
I'm not
there's
perfect.
Black Panther right there. Oh, man.
But the safety
You know he's got to be
still around.
agile and fast to be able to get punches right. You see that face that Tony Stark just had, that he was just I'll back it up for you if I can. Let's see. Okay, let's watch this. I know this is not that right there, okay? That is the face of, you just tried to kill me. I know that was in the other trailer, but that is one of the most impactful scenes I think is going to be out of this whole thing, is that face right there. So let's keep going. And you just see right there that something, see there's some kind of object right there, is coming at Rhodey's arc reactor. And you see that it explodes. I don't know if it's tied as closely to Tony Stark's arc reactor, how it was, part of his heart and everything, but that's got to do some kind of damage. So you see right here, it's fixing to impact, and then you'll see a part of a scene from another trailer in here in just a second. So see right there, it's exploded everything. It loses control and everything, and then you see Rhodey right there, bleeding out of his nose, unconscious. Did they kill him? Who killed him? Okay, is it the Winter Soldier that did that, Bucky, or what was it? All right, so you see Captain has this affinity with Bucky because they're old friends and everything, but also Tony and Rhodey are super close friends. They've been friends forever, and this attack, that's something super personal right there. I'm assuming that that's going to be later on in the movie, but for that to happen, I know that this is not new footage right here, but for that to happen, that is a big step for Marvel to actually kill or potentially maim one of the bigger characters that's a side character, essentially, for a big character. So let's keep going. So you've seen that part right there.
What's wrong about you?
And that's Tony right there talking about Captain America. The whole world was wrong about him. This May.
They're coming for you.
That Black Widow.
I'm not the
Right
one that
there.
needs to watch their back.
Ooh. Black
This doesn't
Widow
have to end in a fight, Tony.
So, Captain's trying to give Tony a way out of this. That this doesn't have to end in a fight. Just see my way. But we all know. We all know what's going to happen. There is going to be a fight.
You just started a war.
Start a war. Boom. Civil War. Man, Black Panther. Taking in bullets. He is going to be awesome. Alright, you just saw right there. Let's back it up just a hair. Alright, that is Scarlet Witch taking on the Vision. Scarlet Witch has some kind of magic powers. I don't know how they're really going to explain magic with her, but you can see that she is crippling, controlling the Vision somehow. Now, this is the character that took on Ultron and just destroyed him, okay? Also the character that picked up Thor's hammer. So it's he's a pretty powerful character. For her to be able to just bring him to his knees, she's pretty powerful, okay? I think a lot of people don't realize how powerful Scarlet Witch actually is. Keep going. All right, right there, boom. Ant-Man. That's awesome. He's riding one of Hawkeye's arrows, it explodes, and let's keep going. You see what happens here. Okay, Captain America's hand. He's going right through something right there. Now, if you look right here, on the next frame, that is Crossbones. This is, remember the guy in in Captain America, Winter Soldier, yeah. He was one of the head Hydra guys or Shield guys that was in on operations and everything. So he's back as Crossbones, which that was his thing. He was Crossbones in the comics and everything. So I'm glad that they're bringing him into this and making him a little bit cooler and everything. Yeah. But he's pretty cool.
Final
pretty
word.
awesome helmet.
I could do this all day.
So Cap's not backing down. He ain't doing it. Even after they're giving each other chances to back down, but they're not. They're both keep fighting for their cause. And that's, usually how things are with either like religious leaders, zealots or whatever, or political people. They won't back down from a fight when they think that they're right. And both of these halves or sides think that they're right, that they're both fighting for something that's good. Captain America would not fight for something that he doesn't believe in. And Tony doesn't stand up for things unless he knows that it's right or that he has, he believes in that kind of thing. So it's not just because, okay, well, Captain America is the straight line, this is good, okay? There's good and bad to both sides of things. And when you bring in friendship into something, it kind of muddies the water a little bit. There's Cap's side,
All right, I've run out of patience.
All right, this part right here, just amazing. Just wanted to just say that right now before it came up.
Underoos!
Boom. Web. Spider-Man. Freaking Spider-Man. We finally get to see Spider-Man in the trailer. And that outfit, it is such a throwback to the old Spider-Man that was before the Tobey Maguire and everything, that it looks like Spider-Man. It's not a weird suit. It looks animated, but it's not a bad thing. I like it. I like the throwback, the white eyes with the black outline. You just don't have this huge white eyes. And we'll come back to this in just a second.
Hey everyone.
Okay, so you see that his eyes are animated. It kind of reminds me of what they did with Deadpool. I think that's an awesome a route to go with it. So let's back it up right here. Let's start this scene again. I'm not going to stop it this time.
Hey everyone.
So clearly you can tell that Spider-Man is some type of teenager. His voice is younger. He's not an older Spider-Man. And how did Tony get him on his side? How is that, I know the comics and everything, but how did he get Spider-Man on his side? And I'm glad that finally, after months and months since they signed the deal, that Marvel actually put out something of him. And I think it showcases him the right way. His suit looks great. Yes, it is animated looking, and that's fine. But his eyes, that's awesome. The tone of his voice sounds great. And just the hey everyone, like nothing happened. I can't wait to see how Spider-Man interacts in this. But I really think Spider-Man's going to have a small role, to be completely honest. I think this is a way to tie everything together with Sony and Marvel, that it's going to be an ongoing thing, that he'll be a little bit here and then people will really want to see him, and then the next Spider-Man movie comes out and it does amazing because it ties in with the Avengers, and then when the next big movie comes out, then he'll be in something else. I think the deal is going to work out really, really well, but I'm really stoked. And him and Tony saying underoos. If you don't know what underoos are, a long time ago, about the 70s or so, they made underwear that looked like superheroes. They had Superman, Batman, all of these other things. So it kind of references Peter Parker wearing the Spider-Man suit. It looks like, you know, underwear type deal. So I think that's pretty awesome that that reference is in there. It is a big throwback. So this is going to be awesome, guys. I am really, really stoked for it. I know I wish I had Derek here to talk about Spider-Man because he's our big Spider-Man fan. I really like it. I'm curious to see what they do with Spider-Man. I hope that it's not another origin story when we get to the solo Spider-Man movie. But there is one thing that is missing from this trailer, and that, of course, is Thor. Where is Thor? Is he just staying out of all of this? Or is he dealing with stuff with Asgard? Is Ragnarok taking place during all of this? Is the fallout of all of that going to be happening? And you didn't see as well, you didn't see the Hulk in here. A lot of people made a big deal about Thor, but I didn't see anything with the Hulk in here. So, or maybe I did, I might have missed it. Let's go back to where they had the big scene where everybody's fighting. We'll just go back.
Final warning.
Okay. Just
I
going
could do
back.
this all
I want to
day.
make sure before I'm an idiot. And you all tell me I'm not. Pretty sure. No Hulk right there. No Hulk at all. So, where's Hulk? Where's Thor? I think if you look at it in the way that it's been said, Thor Ragnarok might be the Hulk. Somehow. And somehow it might tie into Planet Hulk. So I think that's pretty interesting that two of the main Avengers, Hulk and Thor, are not even in there. You see Captain America, you see Tony Stark, you see Hawkeye, you see Black Widow, and then you see Scarlet Witch, the Vision, Black Panther, Bucky. Okay, so there's a ton of people in the movie, but no Thor and no Hulk. So what's going on there? All right, just want to pose some questions. If you have any ideas where Thor and Hulk are, put them in the comments below. I want to hear them. I'm very interested to see what everyone's take is on that. But guys, I am super stoked for the movie. I know somebody posted on our awesome Facebook page earlier today why DC fans or Marvel fans can't get along with each other and appreciate what both are doing. Clearly, I'm appreciating what Marvel is doing here. I make jokes every now and then, especially on behalf of Thor being, who he is and everything. But Marvel knows what they're doing here. They know how to cut a trailer. They know how to put a series together. So I am super, super stoked for that. May is soon upon us. April's almost here. So Civil War is going to be fantastic. I am enjoying the direction that it's going. So guys, let me know what you think of the trailer and what your thoughts are on Hulk and Thor not being in the trailer. Do you think they're going to be in the movie at all? Or what do you think is going on with them? If you like this reaction, make sure you keep coming back all throughout the week. Subscribe here, like it, share it with somebody, and I'll see you next time. This has been Zach, and have a week.